3, 2, 1, and we're on. Oh, I thought you were going to be able to hold it together. You couldn't.
I couldn't do it.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Leigh. I'm the daughter.
Hey, I'm Lauren, the mom.
What's up?
Like, what are you laughing about? It's the, we just had a conversation about boogers, for heaven's sakes. And then you're like, why are you laughing? And it's because, it's like we're on screen here.
Turn it on.
And you're like, hey, is there any bats in the cave? Check.
Way to call me out. I'm just trying to make sure.
I mean, it's the same. I mean, I say the same thing.
And Jake gets really, really serious right before we turn on.
Yeah.
And then it makes me giggle.
Yeah. What did he tell us to do?
Projection. That's what he did.
Projection. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because you were sounding a little nasally. That's where the conversation on, boogers came.
Well, I just wanted to make sure. God.
Dang. Yeah. I just finished watching.
Say that one.
I know. Hey.
Try that again.
So here's the thing. We have a long day of filming because we filmed like a couple episodes in one day and it was torrential downpouring. And so we continued to drink the claws while we're waiting for the rain to subside. And I don't know about you. Jake wouldn't let me have no snacks and I'm feeling a little woozy here. Feeling a little woozy over here.
Yeah, so this might be like Uncle Bob's drunk edition because we have
a few claws in us.
Not sponsored.
But I just finished watching the first season of what was it? The one
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock, yes. And then I had to say, what was that ending about?
It was trash. Don't spoil.
I'm not going to spoil it. Stephen King fashion, but yeah.
Good show. I haven't watched the second season yet.
Sissy Space Bat. Oh my God. Sissy Space Back. And blaming it on the claws.
Oh no.
Sissy Spacek.
This is going to be a long
This is going to be a good one. Sissy Spacek, well, phenomenal.
She was. I need to let that exit my head or it's going to keep coming up.
Yeah.
Nanook is over to the left of me being incredibly needy, so you might hear him.
Obviously I don't drink all that often, clearly.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like every week we get on, I'm like, oh, it's been a really long week. So I definitely deserving.
You do deserve it.
Of the adult beverages today, and I'm going to keep going. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it, but those listening, I have my Jay and Silent Bob shirt on.
You do. It says Snoogans on it.
It does say Snoogans. This is a prized possession.
I wouldn't let it go.
No. Remember, I got this. Sometimes people, they just don't know. They just don't know.
About what?
We did Sci-Fi Valley Con a few years back.
Yeah.
And there was a lady that had a little booth. She's selling this for $2.
Wow.
Snatched right up.
What a steal. Keep it forever.
It's a treasure.
This is a national treasure.
This is a national treasure.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Fond memories.
Yeah, we do have some fond memories
we
there.
Do. So what are we talking about today?
So I'm going to talk about Charmed. But I kind of just got upset a little bit.
Why?
Because I had found at Goodwill years ago a Charmed shirt.
You did? Yeah.
And I think I gave it away. I don't know where it is. I know. Look at her. See, this is why right here I never get rid of anything. Because I'm terrified that one day I'm going to be like...
Can anybody see my eyes on the screen? I'm the blinking meme. You literally get rid of...
Not t-shirts. I have every band t-shirt I've ever owned since I was 10 because I'm this will fit me one day. Meanwhile, it's a crop top.
Well, then it was made into a blanket.
Yeah, but...
Some of the favorite band tees.
Yeah, but I have literally, Jake, side with me here. I have way too many t-shirts.
If they get too small, you just make a pillow out of them.
A pillow? What would it be for a baby?
No.
A little baby pillow.
No. I was thinking of that John Lennon one you had. It was pretty cool.
That literally would not even cover my boobs right now.
Maybe Nanook could wear it.
He could.
Probably
On
fit
one
him.
leg. Oh my gosh. So yeah,
like,
so
so you-
I'm doing charm, but I am a little upset. Know that I am upset, and I hope whoever found this shirt after me, it was so cool. It had the Triquatra on it.
It just brings me back to talk about a killer freaking soundtrack. I love that soundtrack. And, BS before Spotify. When you actually put
Coined a new term.
Yeah, I did. BS before Spotify. You put the old disc in the...
Put the little CD in
I
the...
put the CD in the... Man, I beat that Charmed soundtrack to death.
It looks like you used it as a hockey puck.
Hockey puck.
We still have it.
We do.
We still have it.
Yeah, that's got some good jams on it.
It does. It is a good soundtrack, so check that out. I know people make fun of us sometimes because we're like, everything has the best soundtrack. But I think we tend to go towards things that have great soundtracks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, what was the one we just talked about?
What?
I don't know. We talked about one that was like, that soundtrack was
Did we? Oh, no.
I think so. I can't remember.
I've tuned it out because I don't like to think about that.
It's all bleeding together.
You know, my dream job is to create. Have I said this before?
Dude, since you were a kid.
Since I was like my dream job.
The dream job.
To create soundtracks for movies.
Oh my God. You would be so good at it.
Not scores, soundtracks.
Yeah, you have such an ear for that.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
Sometimes, oh my God, it's the claws, and I'm gonna let you in a little bit.
I'm opening up.
Sometimes when I'm going through something in my head, I'll be like, what song would play to this moment? Do you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thought it was just me.
Remember when you used to, when you were little and you used to make fun of me because you could always tell I was going through something if I had the Haagen-Dazs out and Karen Carpenter was playing on the...
Wow, yeah. Why you would go
the Carpenters, but yeah.
Why you would go for Karen Carpenter when you need an uplift, I don't know.
Dude, she's there with me. She was feeling the pain right there with me. Simpatico. Simpatico. Right.
Oh my God. Yeah. Music is pretty powerful. That was a nice little tangent we gave you there.
I know.
All right. I'm going to jump in.
Okay. Charmed.
Let me clear my throat.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go. So when I sat down, Charmed is one of our favorites and people have been requesting it.
Yeah.
But shows can be a little hard depending on how much time we have to prepare for an episode because I feel like you kind of need to sit down and watch the whole show.
Every season.
Right? Because I'm like, I want to know. I want to refresh my mem, you know? But, so I figured for me and for everyone, I would start off with season 1, episode 1.
Oh, awesome.
So if you have not seen Charmed, highly suggest it.
Right.
Women, especially witches, especially anyone that's interested in magic, go watch that show. Super
Even
cool.
Little Herbalist. That's why I love Piper.
I know you do love Piper. So if you haven't seen it, this will kind of not be spoiling too much for you because it's going to give you.
And we are talking about the OG.
We're talking about the OG 1998.
Right on.
Right on. Yeah. I have not seen the remake. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I'll check it out. I have a very firm, sometimes remakes rub me the wrong way. But I'm sure one day I'll get curious and check it out.
Yeah. I watched the first episode.
And you said you were not a fan.
You know, it's just, I think when you're in a certain time and place in your life and you connect with a series or a show or a movie, it's because it speaks to you. So I think that the landscape has changed so much, and it's a different generation. It's appealing to a different generation.
Right.
So that just,
which is good.
which is great, but it just wasn't speaking to me,
Right. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Okay, so we're going to go season 1, episode 1, Something Wicca This Way Comes.
Ugh.
Love that title.
That is going to so tie into my topic.
Oh my God, is it really?
Yes. What the crap?
We never do that on purpose either.
No, we don't.
Wow, look at us go. Okay, the series stars Shannon Doherty. I'm a fan of her.
Hey.
Brenda. Oh my God.
My Jane Silent Bob shirt. Mall rats.
Brenda? Oh my God, hilarious. Holly Marie Combs, I love her. Alyssa Milano, I also love her. And Dorian Gregory, who is Daryl.
Yes.
Okay, and the show takes place in San Francisco.
Nice. Yeah.
So even if, say you aren't into magic, I don't know why you're here, but hello.
Hey,
the
welcome.
show has beautiful views of San Francisco. Like, oh my God.
Crap, in that house they live in. That's another one.
Stunning.
Stunning.
Add it to the list of houses I want.
Gorge. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Right on.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a little rundown of the three main characters so you kind of understand where we're coming from here, okay? The three main characters are the Hallowell sisters. Okay, so you have Phoebe, who's played by Alyssa Milano. She is the youngest, and she's kind of the free-spirited, rebellious one, a little, spicy.
Spicy, yeah.
Spicy, she's confident. I think that each sister kind of embodies every element, and if you, harken back to our craft episode, we taught you about the elements. But if I had to pick one for each sister, I would say she's either fire or water because she can be, which I think is kind of cool.
Right, yeah.
I think she starts off in the series as more fire and then she goes into more water.
Right, which completely makes sense.
Correct. Then you have Piper. Who was your favorite?
The Earth Mama.
She's the Earth Mama.
Yeah.
Yep. She's the middle sister. She's a chef. She's very kind. She's maternal. She's quick-witted. She's hilarious. I think she's the funniest.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think they intended that. I think she just brought, like Holly Marie Combs is who plays her, and she brought a lot. She's just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have Prue, which I really like that name. Prue.
That is, yeah.
It's a very...
Prudence.
I shouldn't sing it.
It's a Beatles tune.
I was going to sing
It's
it.
a Beatles tune.
I stopped myself. Jake, I could feel his eyeballs. Okay. So Prue, played by Shannon Doherty, is the oldest sister. She's an art curator. She's the brave one, the responsible one. She's super intelligent. I would peg her as heir.
You wanted to be an art curator at one point.
I did. I have really bounced around.
But you've always stuck within the arts.
Art, music. Yeah,
the
definitely
arts.
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the arts.
The arts. Performing and, yeah. All things.
That was me taking a sip.
I see that. Yeah.
Okay. So, Piper and Prue are living together in their Graham's house. Graham's has recently passed away. And later on in the series, you get to know Graham's a little bit.
Right.
They mentioned that the house, which, again, beautiful, has been passed down for generations.
Yes.
Okay.
Many generations.
Many generations. They stumble
Gorgeous.
upon their old spirit board, which looks like it literally is carved just out of a tree, and it has this giant triquetra in the middle, and on the back is an engraving that reads, "May this give you the light to find the shadows. The power of 3 will set you free. Love, Mom." They say that they don't exactly know what that means.
Right.
Okay.
It's been hidden from them.
It's been hidden and they just happened to stumble upon it. Yes. They're younger. Dip, dip.
Yep.
Rewind.
Rewind that.
Their youngest sister, Phoebe, enters because she has just lost her job in New York City and is moving back with them. It is established that her and Prue don't necessarily get along, and Piper is the
she's the peacekeeper.
She's the token middle.
Yeah, the neutrality.
Right. Okay, so Phoebe and Piper begin to play with the spirit board, and of course it starts to move on its own, and it spells out attic. Ooh. Now, of course, to set the tone, there's a big thunderstorm going on at the exact same time because why not? Okay, so Phoebe immediately goes to check out the attic. The other two are like, whatever, that door has been locked since we've moved in here. You're not going to get in the attic.
Right.
Phoebe goes up there, the door opens on its own.
It's like the Sword and Stone.
Yeah, woo! So there's this, in my notes I wrote cheesy light that shines on this chest.
Right.
And she's like, what's this? Very 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. For the time you would be like, oh, wow. Now I'm like,
so cool.
That is cheesy. Shines on this chest. She goes and opens it, and there's this massive book that is called the Book of Shadows. And it again has the triquetra on it.
Right.
She opens it up and reads the first page aloud, as anyone would, right?
Of course.
You're like, why not? Let me just read this aloud.
Right.
So what she reads is, "Hear now the words of the witches, the secrets we hid in the night. The oldest of gods are invoked here. The great work of magic is sought. In this night and in this hour, I call upon the ancient power. Bring your powers to we sisters three. We want the power. Give us the power."
Yes.
See what's happening here?
Right. And all three of them needed to be together.
Yeah, so it's established that the three of them have not been in the same place in quite some time.
Yeah.
So them all living under the same roof is like...
Right. And generationally, the power has passed now that Grams has passed away.
Well, I didn't get there yet.
Well, gosh darn it.
You're always doing that to me.
Keep my trap shut.
Drink your claw. Drink your claw and shut it. No, I'm just kidding. After she reads this, the house begins to rattle and shake, and there's more cheesy lights and blah, 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 blah. It's really funny.
One killer attic, though. That's an attic I'd stay in.
Would you live in the attic?
I mean, I would have a bedroom there. Most attics are like,
post up.
This is like, hey, that's pretty cool.
The whole house, I feel like, is gorgeous.
Totally awesome.
Right. Okay, so while the house is rattling and shaking, there is this photo of the three of them, and they are all standing far apart, but then little
6
stars 6 feet apart in 2020. No, all these stars start shimmering around it, and it moves them closer in the photo. So now they're all standing kind of as a unit rather as separate.
Right.
That's the only thing that you can see has changed after she reads that. Okay, Prue and Piper come into the attic and they're like, what the hell is going on? They're not into it.
Right.
Okay. But Phoebe has apparently read the entire book.
In the 5 minutes that she was in the attic.
5 minutes. I was like, oh, girl, you really, really sped read. So Phoebe explains to them that there are 3 essentials of magic: timing, feeling, and the phases of the moon. And wouldn't you know it, it's midnight on a full moon right now.
What a coinky dink.
You don't say.
You don't say.
Oh my gosh. So she says that if they want to receive their powers, they must do it now. I think this is really funny because Phoebe's just on board. She's like, yeah, definitely.
Let's do it. Well, she's the free spirit. Why wouldn't she be?
I know, but if you just picked up a book and it was all of this, the Book of Shadows there's demons in there and stuff. Yeah. You wouldn't be like, hold on a second.
I probably would be.
I'd be a little more curious before I'm like, we have to take these powers. You know what I mean? Okay, again, Prue and Piper are like, no, thank you. They go to the next morning, and Phoebe continues to try to talk them into this. And she says that she read in the book that one of their ancestors was a witch named Melinda Warren. She possessed 3 powers: moving objects with her mind, seeing the future, and stopping time.
Right.
Okay. This is where you were, what you were trying to allude to.
Okay.
So before she was burned at the stake, she vowed that each generation of Warren witches would become stronger and stronger, culminating in the arrival of 3 sisters. Ooh, and again, wouldn't you know?
They happen to be those 3 sisters.
Yep, and so that's what Phoebe is saying, that we are those 3 sisters. Hello. These 3 would be the most powerful witches ever, and they would be known as the Charmed Ones. And there's your title.
I love it.
Love it. And they would be the protectors of the innocent.
I love
their
it.
Mission. Okay. I said, see what's happening here in my notes. See where we're going.
Yeah, right. I do see where you're going.
You're with me?
I am.
Okay. So no one believes Phoebe until strange things start happening. Shut up.
Slurring of the words.
Shut it. It's the claw. Okay. Piper accidentally stops times with her stops times. Oh my God. See now?
Sounds like a Cyndi Lauper tune.
Stops times. Coming out next month. Oh my God. Okay, it's been a long day. It really has.
The sun is starting to set.
I'm trying, everyone. I'm rallying for you.
Gosh.
Okay. Piper accidentally stops time with her hands during work. Hilarious scene.
Yeah.
She's a chef. She's trying to get this job, and the guy that's hiring her goes to eat her bite of food for her audition, and she forgets the special sauce. So she goes with her hands and freezes him, and then she's able to grab the sauce.
Doesn't even think what the crap just happened. She's like, "Oh, let me get the special sauce."
No, she's totally like, "Yeah, this is 100% normal. Let me grab my sauce and put it on his bite of food."
Right.
Oh my God, hilarious. Prue makes a douchebag's pen explode. He's like kind of harassing her. So she makes his pen explode, and she also puts creamer in her coffee with her mind.
Nice.
Now, for a while, she doesn't realize that she's making it happen.
Of course. Of course.
Duh.
You know,
Right.
why would you? Why would you?
I don't know. Everyone else seems to just accept this right off the bat.
I
So
know.
I'm not sure. Phoebe has a premonition of these two kids riding on bikes and skateboards getting hit by a car. And as she herself is riding on the bike, she sees these kids and she sees the car about to hit them. And so she's able to stop it.
She jumps on in.
She saves the innocent,
She
remember?
does. Right. That's the goal.
That's the goal. Okay, so now everyone's on board. Everyone's on the same page. We're those witches.
Yeah.
Let's get it together.
Let's figure this out.
Right. So Phoebe explains again. So Phoebe really here is...
She's running the show.
She's schooling the whole bunch.
Right.
Okay. She explains what she learned from the book. That a witch can be either good or evil. A good witch follows a Wiccan lead, meaning harm none, do what ye will. A bad witch has only one goal, to kill witches and absorb their powers. But all of them look like normal people.
Right.
Okay, again, no hats, no brooms.
Right.
They're not green.
Normal folk.
You get it.
Right.
So while all of this is going on, okay, someone is stalking them, A, and B, someone in San Francisco is killing witches.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of the people that are being killed are women in their mid to late 20s who are witches. You know, they die by their altars or they're, shown
A
doing
dead
spells.
giveaway.
I would have been in danger. I'm in danger. The triquetra symbol pops up at the crime scenes. The one victim has it as a tattoo. The one victim's cat is wearing a collar that has the triquetra on it, which that will come up later in the series. You would have to watch to find out.
Becomes their familiar, right?
Yeah, Mom. Don't spoil it. What did I just say?
Well,
I told them to go watch it.
Oh,
surprise. That cat becomes their familiar. Son of a gun. Okay. Now that they're all on board and they realize who the killer is, I'm not going to spoil it because I think you should go watch it, but it's pretty funny. They decide to try to do a spell with candles and herbs to get this. That. You're like, herbs? I love it.
What? Herbs?
To get this, killer
the
to go away.
out of the spice closet.
Grab the sage. It doesn't work.
Right.
Because all they have is like birthday candles and they're amateur. They don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're new to the game.
They just learned about this
early in the day.
that night.
Not on top of it.
Right. But after chanting, they join hands and chant, "The power of 3 will set us free," which calls back to their spirit board, and they defeat the warlock.
I love it.
Love it. So that is the first episode of Charmed. Now, I want to touch on what the triquetra represents because it is also known as like the charmed symbol. Like I have this as a tattoo.
Correct.
And you don't, but I thought you did.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I do. And sometimes people will literally come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, you have the charmed symbol." And I'm fine with that.
Right.
But like, I don't think that they know that it didn't come from that show.
It did not come from Charmed.
Right.
Neither did the Smiths. No.
Oh, from the theme song. I know the first season doesn't have "How Soon Is Now" as their theme song, and I'm like, what is this? Ugh.
And then the last ones don't, right? Because they had to quit using it or something?
Yeah, I think they got in a little bit of trouble. I don't know.
Did Morrissey get in trouble? You related to him? No.
Oh, my husband's and my last name now is Morrissey. Good one. Okay, so the triquetra is an ancient Celtic symbol. Okay, it also shows up elsewhere, but I'm going to focus on...
It was in our Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, but I mean, it shows up in other, like, mythologies. Like, I think I saw that Norse oh my God. Norse mythology. My God. Take a sip every time I stumble on my words this episode. Okay, it's a 3-cornered knot. Hence, three.
Right. I get
triangle.
I'm smelling what you're cooking.
Okay, good. It represents many things, but all kind of essentially the same thing. Okay, so it represents the triple goddess, which is mother, maiden, and crone. Okay, the infinite cycle of life, past, present, future.
Right.
Mind, body, and soul, which is why that's why I have it tattooed. Mind, body, and soul.
Right.
Oh my God. I meant to write in my notes, in the show, it represents the power of 3, but I wrote in the shower. And I looked down and I was like, what?
In the shower?
In the shower. In the show, it represents the power of 3. Okay?
Right.
Yes. And they're infinite. They're the most powerful.
Exactly.
So the number 3 in Wiccan practices, though, if you again harken back to our craft episode, is the roll of 3, which is whatever you put out, you will get back times 3. So whether you're putting out positivity, you'll get that back times 3, or whether you're putting out something negative, you will get that back. Kind of like a karma in my mind type of situation.
Yeah.
But that's what 3 means in Wiccan practices. That is my spiel.
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah.
We love Charmed.
Oh my gosh, we love Charmed, and I think somebody's asked us to do like an episode with the characters and like pick a character.
Which I want to do. But again, I want to sit down and literally watch the entire show so I can really, like, I have always connected to Phoebe.
Yeah. I go
And
for Piper.
You go for Piper.
Yeah.
Now, spoiler alert, another character comes in around, what, season 4?
I think so.
That's also great. That we didn't touch on. So I would suggest that you go and check it out. It's a great show about sisterhood and female power and witchcraft and
In sunny San Francisco.
And again, so my side notes here, I always do little side notes. Hello 90s cheese.
Yeah, it's big on the 90s
It's
cheese.
here again. And I love it.
It's your favorite.
It is my favorite. Beautiful shots of San Francisco. I put girl power. Woo! Because right off the bat, you're getting like, like bad women.
Yep, exactly.
Okay? And I have in capital letters, the house is just so stunning.
It is.
If you like the Practical Magic house, you will also like this house.
You will.
Okay, so
and my gosh, that house has been trashed so many times throughout that series. But
the Charmed, yeah. So I could literally we could do a whole podcast on Charmed because there's so many cool episodes that talk about a lot of different things like mermaids and warlocks,
sirens and banshees.
Yeah, like there's you really learn a lot. At least I did. I guess I shouldn't speak for other people. I learned a lot from this show.
Yeah. About different mythology and folklore and absolutely.
So in the Book of Shadows, if you Google that, it's just some of the stuff that they have in there is so cool.
Oh yeah.
And, it's such a good show.
Their Book of Shadows is awesome.
It's stunning. Way to go, props department.
I know. Who has that? Who took that home? I thought I read that Holly Marie Combs has that. Did I?
I mean, if I were one of them, I would have taken it. And there had to have been multiple.
I'm taking this.
This is mine. I'm taking this. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, way to go, Charmed. Maybe I'll check out the new version. I don't know. I'm a little snobby. I'll totally admit it. I can be a little snobby with original versus...
Yeah, remakes, reboots.
Again, why touch perfection? But I'm just gonna let it go.
It's appealing to a newer generation.
Well, and they made it more inclusive, and that's totally cool. So I'll check it out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll stop fighting it.
All right, do it, girl. All right, so it's time for moi.
Yeah. The spotlight is now on you.
All right. Hopefully I don't slur my words as much as you did.
You know what? I'm only human.
I probably will, though, because, holy crap.
I slur my words regularly. Oh, my God. I can't. You know what? I'm just going to stop talking. Stop talking. I'm done. Put a fork in me.
Oh, my gosh. So what I thought I would talk about today, and I've been planning on talking about this for a while, is the Elder Wand. Right?
Of Harry Potter?
Of Harry Potter fame.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do a little...
Here's the thing, man. I feel like we cannot turn around without getting controversy smacked right in our face. And I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then it's like, hello, there's a big bunch of crap that comes out.
Well, yeah, because people are... So let me just say this, and I know you agree with me because we've talked about 100% this.
100% agree with you.
The author of Harry Potter has made some statements that we at Uncle Bob's absolutely do not agree with. We're not on board with it. Trans women are women. Trans men are men. Non-binary is valid, and that is that.
Right.
But the story of Harry Potter...
Yeah, it does not negate.
It doesn't negate,
the wonderful storytelling.
Yeah, and the impact. That's what I will say. It doesn't negate the impact it has had on me, and people have asked us to talk about this. So
the joy that it has,
right,
brought to many people over many, many years.
So we're going to focus on the magic of it, but just know we are in no way condoning that bullshit. So,
yeah, okay. Correct. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So eloquently said.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I'm so classy. Okay.
So, of course, you know that I am an herbalist, and I love...
Are you?
I am.
I didn't know. Do you like plants?
I do.
Okay.
I like plants. And elder is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Well, I say that about every plant.
You do?
It's my favorite. But I do love elder, and it is so steeped in history and mythology and folklore, and I found it quite interesting that it was used in the movie as the wand. For both good and evil. So a lot of what we're going to talk about today is I'm going to just go through, first of all, I'm not going to go through the whole lineage of the Elder Wand in the Harry Potter movies because, well, I would age 10 years to try to get through everything. So I'm just going to just tap into. So, don't think that I have missed anything. I just am not going
Harry
that
Potter
deep.
Fans, don't come for us.
Don't come for us.
Okay.
I'm not going into the complete history of the Elder Wand. I'm just tapping on it because really what I want to talk about is the duality.
Okay.
That it represents in the movie, but also the duality that it represents in the real elder folklore and in medicine.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
All right. So first I'm going to tap into the history of the Elder Wand in Harry Potter.
Give it to me.
Okay, in case you didn't know. So according to the legend related in the tales of the Beetle the Bard, and the tale of the three brothers, the Elder Wand was the first of the three Deathly Hallows created.
Okay.
Okay. So supposedly it was made by Death himself. Okay. It was bestowed upon Antioch Peveril. Hopefully I said that right.
Oh, how the turntables.
How the tables have turned. Peveril? I don't know. Yeah. So he requested as his bounty a wand worthy of someone who had outsmarted death. And according to the legend, whoever united the wand with the other two hallows would become the master of death. The other two being the resurrection stone and the cloak of invisibility.
Did I just see a...
I did.
I did not see a stumble there?
I did not.
Liar.
You
are mistaken, sir.
You are mistaken. That's correct. Okay. So, according to Ollivander, who is the... What? That's his name.
That's the way you said it.
I have to put some panache on it. So, he is the wand maker, or he owns the wand shop?
You're looking at me like I know Harry Potter about as much as you. I think he's just runs the wand shop. I don't... Ollivander. Jake is trying.
Hey, he's trying to check me on my
I can't wait until Jake gets a microphone.
Ollivander. That's how he spelled it out.
Ollivander.
Oh, and he's like, roll it together. Roll it together.
We suck at words.
All right. So anyway, according to Ollivander, in discussing the Elder Wand, he says that it is the rarest of all and is not a favored material in wand making.
What material? Elder?
The elder wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is not a favored material in wand
Why
making.
not?
So it is, well, I'm going to go into that.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Now you pump your brakes, sister.
Now you shut it.
Now you zip it. It is the rarest of all. It is immensely powerful and dangerous in the wrong hands and an object of incredible fascination to all of us who study the power of wands. Okay?
I want a wand. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Well, you can get one.
I know I can.
Disney.com. No.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Only a highly unusual person will find their perfect match in the elder, and on such a rare occasion that such a pairing occurs, I take it as certain that the wizard or witch, I put that in parentheses because we're going to talk about that, in question is marked for a special destiny. Remember, Harry, the wand chooses the wizard. And then I added, how you use that power is up to you. Important pearls I'm giving you here.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. So over time, this powerful and mysterious wand passes through the hands of many, usually by violent means. It has gone by many names, Eldrin and Elhorn, which are actually terms used for elder in folklore.
Okay.
The death stick.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that one. And the wand of destiny.
Wait, I'm stuck on the death stick. Sorry. It reminds me of that song, The Magic Stick. By 50 Cent. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Many owners were killed by their successors in a lust for power, and over time, the inaccurate legend grew that murder was necessary in order to attain mastery of the Elder Wand. Okay. So we have the light, which was Dumbledore and Harry Potter, who had the wand in their possession. And then the main, and this is just the main. I'm not like going deep.
Not the whole history.
Not the whole history. And then the dark, we have Tom Riddle, who was Voldemort.
You're not supposed to say it.
Oh, he who shan't be named. What's it?
Who shan't? Hold on, this is a good time to crack my claw.
Okay. And then, terrible. And then Grindelwald. So, what, did I say that wrong too? What the heck?
You didn't. I'm sorry.
Didn't. See, you're just trying to.
I'm trying to catch you.
You're trying to catch me. And you find out his story through the Fantastic Beasts. Right.
Wait, pause. How did you feel about that movie?
I liked it.
Did you?
You didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah, I really did.
You need to watch it again.
I really did like it. I like backstories, you know.
Well, so do I.
Yeah.
I liked the first. The second was like, eh.
It was a little long, but I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did like it.
I'm going to have to check it out.
I would like to watch them again. Right. So it's important to note that the wand amplifies the owner's own magic. Okay.
So the wand itself isn't good or bad.
Right. That's what we're getting to. Yeah. So in an interview, it is stated that the Elder Wand is more of a sentient item, which means it's able to perceive and feel things. Okay. So more than any other wand, which gives the power it's more of a sentient item. So more than any other wand, it has way more power than anyone even understands.
Because it's not an inanimate object.
Right.
Okay. Right? Because other wands would be? No.
No, I don't think it's that.
Okay.
It's just saying that it's able to perceive, like, feeling.
It has feelings. No? Right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. This is a deep discussion. I don't know if it has feelings, but it is able to tap into feelings and, like, feel Oh, crap.
Okay, hold on. So it doesn't have feelings, but it can read the room.
Reads the room.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it's more sentient than the inanimate, just regular wand.
Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah?
Yes,
That makes sense?
it took me a minute.
Okay.
But I'm there.
So it possesses way more power than anybody really knows.
Okay.
Okay, is what they're saying. More than you have been told. It possesses more power. So untapped. Right?
Gotcha.
Okay. So a wand that has passed through the control of so many dark wizards would possess both a marked affinity for the most dangerous kind of magic, but also an accumulate wisdom, strength, and power beyond the ordinary. Okay?
Okay.
Are we getting that?
I feel like teacher Lori is here and I'm in school and I'm with you.
Let me take another sip of my claw.
Okay.
You tell me. Yeah, I get a little.
No, it's kind of like you have to be specific. So I'm just I'm with you.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to get where this
The
path
lore comes from.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, it's said that the Elder Wand knows no loyalty except to strength. It is completely unsentimental and will only go where the power is, which may explain why it seems to shift allegiance throughout the movies.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that is just a basic overview. I mean, I'm telling you, like when I started reading this stuff, it was deep and this person had it and that person had it and this is why they did this and you know what I mean? So it goes really deep. And if you want to learn more about that, absolutely do that. To me, it always fascinated me why she chose the Wood of Elder as the wand for Harry Potter and Voldemort.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to go a little bit into the folklore of Elder and some of the magical medicinal properties.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So the Elder tree is an ancient tree which is considered full of magic and enchantment. Okay, so right there.
Yeah.
I would, hey, full of magic and enchantment. Yeah.
Sounds great.
But it also holds a deep medicine within it.
Okay.
Okay. In folklore and in magic, it is considered the keeper of the boundaries between light and dark. Okay.
Mm.
So why is it so powerful? It cuts through the divide. Good versus evil. It is neither. Light versus dark. It is neither. The elder simply asks, what side do you want to be on? Okay.
Okay.
And this is the folklore. And this is an ancient tree.
Not connected to Harry Potter.
No.
This is just the folklore.
This is the folklore of Elder. And so I'm trying to make the connection as to why she chose.
I'm already seeing it. Yeah.
Exactly. So basically, this whole folklore behind this plant is the duality of it. I mean, it's, again, good versus evil, light versus dark.
It can be either.
Right. And so it's gotten a bad rap through the years. Many people see it as an evil plant and are completely terrified of it. And other people see it as a very good plant.
Oh, really?
So it depends. And we're going to go a little bit into why that has come about. But so it's really interesting why then that
this
has
was
become
chosen.
Yeah, exactly. So again, I am just the keeper of the boundaries, is what the elder speaks. So duality is the key word. Okay. Mm-hmm. The funny thing, interesting, the elder is considered a divine feminine herb. Okay, ruled by the moon. Also ruled by Saturn and considered a water element, ruled by the water elemental.
Really?
So the depths run deep, and it's a very complex plant, which we will see, okay?
Okay, so why is it always being wielded by men?
I have here, interesting to note that Dumbledore states that a woman has never possessed the Elder Wand. No witch has ever claimed to own the Elder Wand. Make of that what you will, Harry, or whoever he says it to. So he clearly states that no woman has ever, which is interesting because it's a feminine herb and it's considered.
Was that in the book? Because here's a little note. We haven't read the books.
No, I haven't.
We've only seen the movies.
Yeah.
Because I do not remember that in the movie.
Mm-hmm. I don't either. So I thought that was interesting.
Because you know me, I would have stood up and been like, hold up.
Hold the phone. Yeah. But interesting because on one level, it's quite clear why the plant was chosen as the elder wand. But then it's kind of like poo-pooing the feminine aspect of it, which is interesting, right?
Well, I'm just going to say what's on my mind, if you don't mind. It's kind of insinuating that women aren't powerful enough to wield it.
Right. Exactly.
Is wield the right word? Okay.
Yeah.
Cheeks nodding.
Wield it.
Yeah, it kind of insinuates that, and I'm not liking that. But go ahead.
Down with that, right? So that's why I have here. It's funny because the elder, according to old European societies, was believed to be sacred because the spirit of the goddess resided in the tree, more specifically the elder mother. The crone aspect where it's funny. That I'm telling you, we're tying in and we did not even plan this. So you were just talking about the triquetra. So it is the crone aspect of the mother maiden crone.
And cool note that the 3 brothers.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
The 3s. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the crone aspect of the triple goddess and is considered the wise one. It is also considered the witch's tree. Okay, so again, why women didn't get to wield that is funny. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, so the elder has both the power to protect and to do harm. Again, tapping into that duality.
Right.
All right. One only needs to master the rules of engagement. Okay?
Okay.
So if you ask permission from the elder mother and you give an offering before taking any part of the plant, it will be used to protect you.
So coming with respect.
If you come disrespectfully and just take, you will pay the price.
Which is for most follow that rule.
Exactly. Elder is also the 13th symbol of the Ogham alphabet. Wow. Which is the old Irish language in the 4th and 6th century.
Right.
And it is also linked to the 13-month or moon of the Celtic witches calendar, which is November. So its time is November 25th through December 21st, which we often use this plant in our Yule.
Right, that we always use it around. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Around Christmas or Yule, yeah.
So the reason that it is the last month of the Celtic calendar is because this was the darkest time of the year, and so it symbolized death. Okay. But also renewal. So there again is your duality, death but renewal. So it is the epitome of the death, birth, death cycle of life. Right. But that is kind of where it gets its notoriety for being the death tree, where it's tied so deeply into death. And the wand, where they were saying that it was implied that you had to kill someone to wield that power.
Right. So obviously some research was done there.
Yeah, exactly, which is very fascinating. So some of the key things, again, be looking at the duality that are associated with elder: transformation, change, spiritual renewal, but it is also the emblem of death, trouble, and sorrow. Okay, so there's your duality.
Okay.
Is a teacher, a guide, a healer, a wisdom keeper, and a destroyer. So very
complex.
So duality is the name of the game here.
Very interesting plant. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the elder mother, or the crone, is the keeper of the underworld, the guardian of the underworld. So again, where that death aspect comes into play. Right? Establishing the tree as a symbol of death. That's where it gets that. Okay. Because it's tied into, because crone is the ending season. Right. It's also important to note that as Christianity started to spread across Europe, negative connotations came into play with some of these plants that were so revered by the pagans. And elder was one of those.
Because they're feminine. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's funny because the elder was considered what Jesus hung on the crucifix. It was made out of elder wood.
Okay.
Okay. And it was also the tree in which Judas Iscariot hung himself after he betrayed Jesus. So again, if we're going to talk about...
I'm like,
exactly.
Okay.
But so that's where it also then instilled fear.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was known as death, the bringer of death.
Okay.
Yes. So further solidifying that fear factor. Mm-hmm. Fear factor.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Exactly. So, but we will just say, I mean, we're going to talk about the wood of the elder, but I know you're like, hee, naughty.
You said the wood and I went,
naughty.
You know me well. Okay.
We're going to talk about it, but it actually would never have been able to hold the weight of a human. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So it was considered an offense to burn or cut an elder, and you would reap the wrath of such. But because we're going to talk about the wood, it is strong on the outside, but the inside is like a pith.
You've taught me about this before.
Yeah, so it's like styrofoam, and it can be hollowed out.
Right.
So it used to be used as like to stoke the fire, like as a kind of like a blowpipe. You would, shut up. Such a child.
My mind's in the gutter.
Child. Okay. But you would use it to stoke the magical fires, but you would never burn it. You would never cut it. You only would use what had fallen, and then it would be used as protection. You know what I'm saying?
You still tell me that to this day.
Yeah.
You always tell me when we're foraging, you do not take what has not fallen.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So it is sometimes referred to as the fairy tree, and that's because you take the wood is great for making flutes and wood instruments because the outside is strong,
pithy.
but the inside is hollow, and it makes great instruments. But then it is said that it sings the songs of the fairies. Oh. And so on midsummer, if you sit beneath the tree and play the flute made from an elder wand, you will then be able to see the fairy king and queen.
That's cute.
Yes. But you have to make sure that you don't stay too long under the elder tree because the scent of the blooms could make you sleepy and you could be taken to the underworld. See, again, duality. Fairies, light, you know what I'm saying?
And we're dark again.
Yeah, again, it's so dual. It's funny because the tree itself, it has very shallow roots.
Okay.
So they don't go deep, but yet it is surprisingly sturdy and strong.
Okay.
So interesting, again, duality.
Right.
It is regenerative and it can regrow limbs very quickly. So it, regenerates itself. Mm-hmm. And it can easily be rooted by a branch or twig. Stick it in the ground and you'll grow a new tree. Right?
Okay.
Uh-huh. It has the ability to keep blooming and growing all year round and is considered the mother of life in Europe.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it went that deep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So then look at the duality of the flowers. The flowers are light.
Beautiful.
Right? And so you would drink elderflower wine at Beltane because it is a symbol of birth and renewal.
Okay.
Okay. And then at Samhain, you would drink elderberry wine because it is ending and completion. So birth and death.
Wow.
Again, duality.
So cool.
Right. The flowers are white. Okay. And it is an outward an outward.
Oh, a slur. A slur has been heard.
Let me take another drink and so again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wet that whistle.
And I'm getting...
You're doing good. Keep it up.
Okay, keep going. So the flowers are white, which is an outward projection. It opens channels. So we've talked about this. We use the flower in tea as a diaphoretic. So if
there she goes.
Diaphoretic. So if we're sick, it causes sweating.
Right.
Right, because we want to sweat out whatever pathogen is in there.
Right.
Now the berries, on the other hand, are like inward. They boost the immune system with lots of vitamin C.
That makes sense to me.
And so they're both healing, but then you have to be careful because the seed of the berry is toxic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it has something that's called cyanogenic glycosides, which then are mildly toxic. I mean, if you ate like a bathtub full,
You'd have to eat a ton.
Right, but if you just eat a couple seeds, you would probably maybe get an upset stomach or
right,
diarrhea or something like that.
She said diarrhea. Jake, flag it.
So you want to make sure that you're cooking the berry. Like you're just not going to eat the berries raw. You're going to cook them.
Don't just go
in
out
a tea or we make elderberry syrup. Yeah.
Okay.
So elder transcends location.
Transcends location.
Because it is the keeper of the boundaries. It will grow anywhere.
Okay, yeah.
But particularly, my gosh.
And another slur. Particularly.
Give me another one.
What's the tally? Someone tally what mine were compared to hers.
So it will grow anywhere, but it particularly likes the edges, the hedgerows, because it's the protector. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So obviously, if it's grown near your property, it will protect the house and the occupants. They often planted it near grave sites because when it flourished and bloomed, it was telling them that their loved ones that have passed to the underworld were happy. So it's a protector, but it's also a keeper.
I love this plant.
Of boundaries. Me too. Okay. So you would only take the fallen boughs, right? And you could hang them above cribs for protection. You would hang them above doors, stables, all for protection. And then also they're used as talismans and amulets, and jewelry is made, But again, you're not cutting the tree.
Only
you're taking
fallen.
Right.
Be respectful.
So it's a very important plant.
Yeah.
Right? So again, duality, beginning versus ending, good versus evil, light versus dark, healing versus toxic, birth versus death.
So that is very cool that is basically what it represents in Harry Potter.
In Harry Potter. Because, and again, it's not like the Elder Wand has made Voldemort evil or Harry good.
It's just going off of their
own magic and how you master, how you use the power. So the last thing I have is elder is a place where opposites meet. The lesson is that we must learn to embrace multiple perspectives if we are to master our destiny. There is no light without darkness.
It's all about balance, baby.
Right, exactly.
That is very cool.
Is that fascinating?
It is. I think that now I want to go and watch. Specifically, I can't remember what movie they go and they talk about the history of the wand. I think
it's the Deathly Hallows, isn't it?
I don't know. I see Jake's fingers tapping. He's fact checking.
I want to say it's the Deathly Hallows.
Now I kind of want to go and watch that with that perspective, because I don't think that I had ever thought of that before. As much as I know about herbs, right. I don't think it ever dawned on me like, oh,
yeah,
absolutely. That's very cool.
I mean, it is a wonderful plant.
It is. We love this plant.
We love this plant. I look for it always. I love to forage. I love the act of making the syrup.
I know.
And having it for the winter months. And it's just, that is magical.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love this plant, and I love when we can see plants being used in the movies. And I think, a good job was done on the research, except for the female aspect of it. But
yeah, I'm a little peeved about that. And it's something, again, I haven't read the book, so I don't remember that. But now, my ass is going to go and be like, excuse me?
Where was that said?
Let me go and investigate.
Yeah.
But other than that, it seems like research was done on the plant, which is good to know, because we always say like they need an herbalist.
Oh, I know. Well, when you were talking earlier about, going through and watching the entire series, I was like, I kind of committed myself because I said I was going to go through Supernatural and they talk about herbs. And I've been like, I'm going to have to watch every episode and to be jotting this down. That's going to take some time.
But it is cool. And again, with Charmed, I'm sure herbs come up in there.
Oh,
so that would be cool to go.
Piper, for sure.
And see like how much legitimate research and care was done.
Well, yeah, because we talked about how much care was taken into, Well, I think it's important to represent accordingly. So I love to fact check this stuff. I talked about Elder in the first episode.
You did
on The Walking Dead because,
Yeah, and we're like over 10 episodes now, and yay us, yay team,
yay!
I'm proud of us.
I know. So yeah, that's my chat. But I thought it was really it's really interesting because you said your title was something Wicca This Way Comes.
Yeah,
and we actually at Hedge Apothecary have a tea called Something Wicked This Way Comes.
That is based on Harry Potter.
Is based on Harry Potter because I think they sing it in the fourth? I think it's the fourth.
Wicked This Way Comes.
Yeah. And so again.
You are welcome for that.
Yeah. So again, I was sick with the flu one time and I was on the couch, and that's the first time I actually watched the Harry Potters. I had not seen them.
Right.
And so I watched them all, and of course my brain won't shut down, and I thought, I'm going to just jot down every herb they use in this movie. And then I created the tea blend, which all of the herbs in there that I use, elderberry, myrtle.
Moaning myrtle.
But they're all used for flus. So it's kind of our cold and flu remedy, but it is called Something Wicked This Way Comes.
You're
and
so
we
talented.
actually won an award.
We did.
I
won an award.
I won a major award at the American Herbalist Guild Conference in October.
You should be very proud of that.
We both should be very proud of that. I mean, that's, nothing to sneeze at, but for the coolest name. I mean,
It is a cool name.
It is a cool name.
You were very talented.
Well, so are you.
Oh, geez, thanks.
Oh, pat.
Pat on the back.
Yeah, right on.
I loved that. That was great. And I think people are really going to like that.
Yeah, I was nervous. You kept saying, are you done with your research yet? And I'm like, no, there's more.
I'll never be done.
I'll never be done.
Well, I mean, again, we didn't read the books either. So there's probably a ton of things that,
Yeah.
It's an extensive, and it's a big fan base.
Oh my gosh,
so
absolutely.
It's a little daunting.
Subscribe to our channel or what? I mean, I'm just saying, give us some feedback. Like if you know something, like if you know something that we don't know, I welcome.
We love to learn.
I love to learn.
She does. Yeah,
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
Up top.
Whoop. Right on, sister.
And I am loving this simpatico thing we've got going on, that our topics somehow match.
And was not even.
No, not planned at all.
My Jay and Silent Bob shirt.
That was
Shannon
weird.
Doherty. Look at you. Right. Whatever.
Look at us. Oh,
that's
my
crazy.
God. All right. It's time for killer quotes of the week.
Killer quotes.
All right. My killer quote of the week is: love is a magic between two people that cannot be explained and cannot be conjured. Said by Piper Hallowell in Charmed.
Love it.
Yes.
All right. My killer quote. We've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are. Sirius Black.
I love Sirius Black.
Mm-hmm. Gary Oldman, he rocks.
Shout out Gary Oldman.
Shout out Sid Vicious.
I always forget that he played Sid Vicious. Oh my God.
Yep.
Sid!
Nancy Spungen.
Oh my God. All right. Another one in the books, everyone.
Another one. Everybody have a great week, and we'll catch you on the flippity flop.
Catch you on the flip flop.
Yep. TTFN.
All right. Cut, print, check the gate. Moving on.